have given you information about it. You will see it when it comes to TEA, and there's a hearing. You will see that information. If I'm not mistaken, well, let me not give you information that I shouldn't be giving you. I've given you information about it. It's real. It's inappropriate. Adults would want us to take action on people who have inappropriate relations. That needs to be done. We actually informed you about that, and I'm not talking about you, but we've also talked to parents. We went to meetings. We had Child Protective Service training for that school in specific. I mean, how much more do we have to say besides giving the names of the student and the adults, which we won't do? And so that's what it's about. Students can be forgiven because they're students, they're kids. Although I wish they wouldn't rush to judgment either, they would be helped further if adults put it in context and also explain to them why we can't give names, why there is some information that we cannot put out. Put yourself in the place of a parent of a kid who's being inappropriate, has an inappropriate relationship. I can't give you the details. Put yourself in that parent's position. Put yourself in the friend's position. You do not want that name out there. And you don't want this situation described that much. And by the way, the adults have rights too. Until there is a hearing, until there are charges, and in this case there will be or has been. So I think it's unfortunate. Again, the kids at Eastwood, it's a good school. Nothing is being done to that school. It's a high-performing school. It's a magnet school. And we have not removed people, except in this case it is warranted. And actually, we didn't remove the principal. They resigned because they were under investigation. They resigned. So that's the situation.
So just to be clear, you said that there could be charges coming?
Yes,
Okay, so we could see criminal charges coming out of that, so
that's right.
that should clear up. And are they gonna be filed with?
But even if there weren't, guys, there would be a hearing if we're going to dismiss somebody. That hearing would take place at TEA, right? TEA hearing before we can dismiss somebody. We follow the proper procedures. So the fact that there's most likely charges coming, if not already been filed. But even without that, it's a serious thing to be under investigation and then fired mid-year for inappropriate relationship with a child. It's a license removing event. And so we have to protect adults and kids, and adults need to help. Look, when the kids walked out, that's a dangerous thing for kids to walk out of school. We had, I think, a dozen police officers there, not to get kids back in, to protect them, so that they don't get hit by a car or don't run off. When there's 300 kids outside the school, then what happens then if kids go missing? And so adults who encourage that, that's not right. Let's do better than that as adults.